All right, Vig. This one's a little fun to do.
Yep.
You know, we talk about a lot of things here on fitsandvig.com. We
Yep.
talk a lot about the Yankees, obviously. You know, the Giants, general football talk, general basketball talk. But another guy that we kind of talk about who isn't part of our, inner circle, so to speak. Right here. Now that's not, two trees. That's two T's.
Is that Tony Tarasco, the Jeffrey Mayer non-catch maker?
It is not.
Oh, okay, all right.
Nor is it, God, let me hit with the T real quick. There's got to be like a Tim Thompson out there.
Tim Thomas.
Tim Thomas, that's what I was thinking. And Terrell Thomas, the played for the Giants, defensive back. So it's still played for the Giants.
So it's none of those people.
None of those players. It is the real double T, Tim Tebow. And we talk about him a lot here. Why? Because you guys love to read about it. Let's be honest. Well, it looks perfect. We've been very down on Tebow. And a lot of what our opinions on Tebow come from what we're seeing in the media too. We had heard over the summer that John Fox demoted him to third string. Wasn't a real quarterback. The people that brought him in were gone.
He's an option guy. Yeah. He's a wildcat guy.
We talked about that. We talked about it. We did all that. But all of a sudden, this week, guess who gets his shot? Double T, Tim Tebow. And performs pretty well. I'm not going to say great. He didn't bring his team back to a victory.
4 for 10, ran for a touchdown, threw for a touchdown.
So yeah, exactly. Was able to put, did what he did in Florida.
Points on the board.
Right. When he was in Florida, he did have big numbers offensively. I mean, he was in a dominant team, but he put the ball in the end zone. That's why he won the Heisman Trophy, because he had something ridiculous, like 50 touchdowns in a season.
One interception.
Yeah, because he never really actually threw the ball, other than screen passes and little pop passes. But you know what? That's fine. That's his game. And I like seeing a guy like Tim Tebow get a shot. This week, Fox has announced him as the starter, so we will see Tim Tebow play this week. I don't know who they play. What do you think? I mean, what are we going to see from Tebow?
I think Tim Tebow is. I think the media has been trying to compare Tim Tebow to too many people.
Okay.
I think Tim Tebow is not Vince Young, which I've seen some comparisons to Vince Young about the non-pocket passer, unorthodox kind of winner, a guy who's traditionally been a winner. I don't think he's your traditional running quarterback. I don't think he's a young Randall Cunningham. I don't think he's a young Dante Culpepper, a young Steve Young. Right? I don't think he's the running quarterback either. I think he's an option quarterback, a college quarterback. I think he's a phenomenal athlete. I don't like the way he handled that last pass at the end of the last game.
I don't like that either.
He was on the 30-yard line. You can run a normal play, throw it to the 10-yard line, let the guy run it in.
Right.
Run some sort of play that gets the guy in open space at the 10-yard line, because we realize that everyone's camped out in the end zone.
Right.
Instead, hikes the ball, scrambles around. Literally, both teams are all in the end zone.
Yes.
And he throws in there, and it's obviously 1 in 100 chance that it's going to be completed. So I don't like the way he handled the offense from a game management perspective. I think he's a freak athlete. I don't think he has the chops to be an NFL quarterback long term.
I think we're on the same page here. But we do like to talk Tebow. I'd like to see him do well.
Yeah.
I want to bring us back to that drive again, and I'm going to give you a point right there, the final drive of why he's not going to be your long-term solution in Denver. And I'm really sorry to say that. I know a lot of people get fired up from what we post about Tebow. Yeah. But here's why. I'm going to give you a perfect example. I think it was the first or second play of the drive, and there was very few seconds, 30 seconds on the clock, something ridiculous like that, and they needed to get some yardage. First play or second play of the drive, they run a nice little deep out pattern for about 25 yards, and Tebow sticks it. Okay, throws left-handed here, sticks it. Got a guy makes a one-handed catch, beautiful. Initially the ref calls him out of bounds. They look back at it, it's in play, great throw. Here's the problem with that pass. If you're someone who knows football, and I'm not saying I know quarterbacks, I've never been a quarterback, as you can probably tell, never coached quarterbacks, but if you watch that play, watch it again, watch his arm motion as he makes that pass. Now, you're not going to be able to turn this way to show it. He goes the whole circle with the shoulder. It goes down, the ball comes up, and out it comes. They had a nice little slow 4-man rush there coming from San Diego, so they didn't get pressure and they didn't knock the ball out of his hand. But you know what? When you're a game of hundreds of seconds, when you do this to throw your pass, you know what, your arm's getting slapped, it's enough time for the defensive back to close on the play. So that's a great play that shows his fatal flaw.
You're saying that he has to make a full 360 motion and get the mustard on the ball. That your typical NFL quarterback makes a 180 motion to get the same.
It seems that, you know, they always say Dan Marino held the ball up here, so as soon as he's ready to throw, just boom, fires. The ball goes straight. Tebow, while he holds the ball up here, he did work on that, holding the ball higher. He still drops it and runs a circle to throw the ball. If you have it, I'm sure you can find it on YouTube. I'm sure you can find the game tape. If you're a big Denver fan, you probably have the game on tape. Watch that pass. That pass right there shows you why a great completion can also be the downfall of your quarterback.
A first-round draft pick, crazy. And I remember when he was working out for pro teams, he would hold the ball up high, right, in a very sort of college quarterback kind of, you know, motion, and then still, to your point, drop that whole 360 motion on the actual release, on the actual form of the throw. I don't know if he has the arm strength.
You're right. I mean, he might need that to generate all that speed, where Tom Brady can just fire it by moving his arm, 18 inches.
And that's Tom Brady, Eli Manning, Philip Rivers, guys who just kind of fling the ball 40 yards effortlessly.
That's right. So, I mean, there's more to see about Tebow. I'm interested to see what he does this week. But, we'll be watching and we'll keep you guys updated too.
Tim Tebow, we're watching.